Hey everyone, it's 26 Bond, it's Rob from the UK with a real special video today because I finally hit 1,000 subscribers. So I just wanted to make a very quick video. Really, this video is going to be a mixture of my interests, so death, thrash metal and also Iron Maiden. So normally what I do is I do a Maiden specific collection video, then I do a death metal thrash video. We're going to do it together now. I know a lot of you would only like the death metal part, and I know a lot of you will probably only like, or mostly like, the Maiden part, but I thought for my 1,000th video we shall mesh together all my interests. So once again, I've been making videos for a couple of years, well nearly 2 years. I think my first VC video was on my Slayer vinyl collection, which is March or April 2011? God, really? Yeah, it must have been. And I've been doing them sporadically ever since. I think I'm nearly at 100 videos made. So it's been good fun. Met some cool people, made a lot of good contacts, and spent far too much money on records in those 2 years. But it's all good fun. So what I'm going to do, just start off with a couple of bits. This is my first record I'm going to show you today. This doesn't look anything special, does it, guys? It's just a standard first press Iron Maiden debut, but I went to a record fair on Saturday at Colston Hall in Bristol, and I managed to pick this up for £4. It's not in great nick, actually. Why would I buy it? I've got 8 copies of this already at least. Well, if you look, there you go. It's actually signed by the original Maiden vocalist Paul Di'Anno, and I've checked this out with other autographs he would have done around 1980, and it matches pretty much 100%. You know, with autographs you can never be 100% sure really, because if you weren't there, somebody's very good at copying, you know, you can never tell. But this is about as close as I think to a genuine one without me being there. So for £4 I was more than happy to pick up another copy of that for the old Maiden collection. Alright, so that's the first bit of Maiden done. Who wants a bit of thrash metal? Well, I managed to pick this up as well. This is Creator's EP. This one is Out of the Dark Into the Light. Look at that awesome cover. This is obviously a first pressing. I'm not sure if they ever reissued this one, but it's in really good nick. I've been looking for this one for a few years. It's got an awesome cover and plays great. It's got the inner sleeve as well. Good bit of German thrash metal. Very good condition, as you can see. There's no yellowing or stainage or anything like that. It's got the lyrics there, and the vinyl is pretty good. A couple of marks, but it's nice and shiny. Plays pretty good. Couple of pops here and there, but that's to be expected. And this is a noise pressing. It's a 4-tracker. Side A, recorded and mixed at Music Lab in Birmingham, in Berlin, not Birmingham. Last thing I didn't realise was Birmingham was in Germany, which clearly it isn't. Then the side B, which has a couple of live tracks, recorded at the Dynamo, Awakening of the Gods, Terrible Certainty and Riot of Violence. So actually 3. It's a 5-tracker in total, and this was released in 1988. So definitely worth getting hold of, as is any Creator stuff. They're a fantastic thrash band, really intense stuff, a little bit like the German version of Slayer really. Bit of Maiden. This is a bootleg 7-inch of Aces High and the Clairvoyant, recorded in Japan on the Somewhere Back in Time tour in 2008, recorded on the 15th of February. This is a really cool bootleg because, I'll show you the vinyl first. It's got some nice labels. There you go. There you go. But the real cool thing about this one, the attention to detail's brilliant on this. It's got its own real obi sash. Now what they've done with this is they've made 3 copies of the same thing, and on the back you'll see there's one with Steve Harris with his bass and another one like a black cover. I've got the Steve Harris one as well as this one. This is the best cover I think, but I haven't yet got the black edition. So there you go. What do you think of that? It's almost a good enough cover, I think, to go on an official Maiden live album. Look at that, Eddie as a Samurai. So that's a really, really nice piece. You can get this, it's quite common on YouTube at this minute in time. eBay, sorry. You can pick it up for about £11. I got my copy from my friends at Discovery Records in Accrington in Lancashire. The guy who runs it is called Andy. He's a really good bloke. Recommend you check them out. disc-coveryrecords.co.uk. Okay, bit of death metal now. I've got a couple of very rare relapse singles. These are both by a death metal band called Incantation. This is very early works of them. Let's start with this one, Deliverance of Horrific Prophecies. Now this features the band when Craig Pillard was on guitar and vocals, and like my Mortician Mortal Massacre, the relapse singles will always have the insert sheet where you can send up for t-shirts, and it mentions the other 7-inch EPs in the collection. Really an evil sounding death metal band. They're almost sort of blackened death, really, these guys. Fantastic vocals, good tunes as well, and great playing. They're really heavy. They're still going today. Craig Pillard left, I think, after the second full-length album, and now John McEntee, who plays guitar on this, has taken over those duties. So, Deliverance of Horrific Prophecies, and the other one is Entrapment of Evil. There you go. And this one doesn't come with the Relapse merchandise sheet. Once again, it's got Craig Pillard on guitar and vocals. And there you go. Just really, really cool. It's a nice 4-tracker. Entrapment of Evil, Eternal Torture, and on side B, Devoured Death and Unholy Massacre. Really nice if you can get hold of. Pretty tricky to find as well. There you go. Bit of Incantation. So these guys come highly recommended. Highly recommended. Okay, another bit of Maiden. This is a bootleg. This is I've since learned that this is a selection of bootlegs which was made showcasing the first 10 years box set. I think they did all of these up to Aces High. Now the box set was originally released in 1990 and it was celebrating Maiden's first 10 years of being an active recording band by re-releasing all of the singles again on double gatefold. This is a bootleg picture disc. It says on the back it's a promo printed in the UK. These were actually made in 2007, I've since learned. Thanks to my friends on the Iron Maiden vinyl collectors page, they've told me it's a 2007 bootleg. So I was very, very happy to get this into my collection. So there you go. It's got, as I say, it's the first 2 singles, Sanctuary and Running Free. But it's something very, very cool. Okay, the next thing is At the Gates, and this is Gardens of Grief. This is a Swedish death metal band. This is released in 1991. This is their first recorded release. It's a 4-track EP, Gardens of Grief, and this is the first pressing on Dolores Records. It's got that classic Swedish death metal sound, and this is where I think At the Gates were at their strongest. There you go. So it's got the lyric inner sleeve, and the vinyl is in brilliant condition, as you can see, and that's the Dolores Records logo there. There you go. So awesome stuff. Something well worth trying to get hold of if you possibly can. First pressings always go for the most money. So I was really, really pleased to pick this up at Colston Hall for about 20 quid, and it's well worth that. So there's Gardens of Grief. Just a couple more to show you today, guys. In fact, I think this is the last one. It's a very quick video. A bootleg, Iron Maiden Killers Live, limited edition to 300 copies. Mine's number 22 of 300, and this is essentially an incomplete show from Nagoya, 23rd of May 1981. I'll show you the vinyl. There you go, it's like a bluey grey marbled vinyl. Sounds great, as all these Japanese shows do. I think most of them were pro-recorded, and that became the Maiden Japan EP. So I'm stoked to get that into my collection. I've been actually looking for that one for quite a while now. It's quite tricky to get hold of, so I was more than happy to get that into my Maiden bootleg collection, because as you guys all know, I'm a huge Maiden fan. But the real passion for Maiden is foreign pressings and bootlegs. So there you go, Killers Live, one of 300. There you go, guys. Thanks ever so much for watching. Thanks so much for subscribing. Finally reached 1,000 subbers. Have a great week, guys. Have a fantastic weekend as well, and I'll talk to you all soon. Cheers.